Are you happy, right? In general, right? With life, the way things are going, right? This is a question that I was asked recently, and I will tell you exactly how I responded, okay? Now, this is going to be a video that's a little bit different from what I've been, posting in recent times, right? And, the thing about this channel when I started it out, it was meant to be something that covers topics along the lines of online business, personal development, and, pursuing financial independence, all right? So this is going to be one of those videos that is more so along the lines of maybe say personal development or things that you can do to make yourself better, right? And even feel better, right? And this might be something, like I thought I was asked the question and I just thought maybe this is something I should bring to you as well, like to ask you, right? And a lot of times I know you may think, right, people who ask that question maybe might be asking the question because of one of two things, right? Maybe they themselves don't necessarily feel happy, right? And they want to see how others around them might be feeling or so, or it could be that they are just fine and maybe they perceive that you as an individual might not necessarily be happy, and out of concern they might be asking you that question, right? So I was a very, it's an interesting question, so I figured, hey, why not pose it to you? And maybe, like if there's anyone out there that might be, struggling, right, or mentally, right, with these type of things, if you're not feeling good right now about how things are going on in your life, well, here are some things, here are some pointers that I would like to give you, right? Again, like I said, I will tell you exactly how I responded to that question. Those of you who have been on my channel for a while, today is Sunday. You see me all up here in yellow. You know exactly what's going on. Those of you who've been around, who've been following, you know what happens every Friday, Friday nights and all day Sunday. I referee soccer games, small-sided soccer games. That's like my little part-time gig, part-time side hustle. I just do that on Fridays and all day Sunday. And today is one of those days. I just happen to be on my lunch break right now, right? These are like short 1 hour games, and I start around 10 or 11 in the morning and I go all the way till like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. in the evening, right? With sometimes with a break in between, a 1 hour break, and sometimes none. So this happens to be one of those Sundays where I have a break. And I decided, hey, why not use this time to just get my video out the way, right? That's that consistency that I'm always talking about, and developing those habits that make it harder to quit. I've been posting a video every single day since the 1st of December 2024. I haven't missed a day just yet, okay? Now, it might not necessarily show or reflect on my channel right now, but the hope and idea is that all these little videos that I'm posting are going to be, these are seeds that I'm planting that will hopefully one day compound, right? That compounding effect, and hopefully some videos will start taking on. And I've started seeing, this is why I say, like, whatever you're doing, just be, like, give it everything you've got, and just, even if you're not doing your very best, at least put in a minimum amount of effort on a daily basis, and things might start picking up, right? So that's what we're doing right now. Now, when it comes to this whole issue about, like, are you happy, this is how I responded to the question, okay? So that question kind of comes in two ways, two parts, right? It's like, are you happy in general as a person? Like, are you, is there anything that makes you sad, or are you like depressed, or any of those type things? Or the other way you can look at it is, are you happy with where you are in life, right? Like, are you satisfied? Like, are you where you want to be in life right now? Are you where you would have seen, is this where you are right now? Is this where you would have seen yourself, say 5 years ago, or 5 years back sometime? Right now, I can honestly answer that question and say, well, am I happy? Absolutely, yes, I'm happy as a whole, as a person. Am I sad? Am I happy with where I'm at, right? I have the answer to that part now is no, right? Because I'm not where, like, I had actually envisioned and seen myself being way further ahead, right, in life, than the point where I'm at right now. But at the same time, you just have to consider. I always say, there's this thing that I always say like a joke, right? It's kind of like a joke, but it's real. For those, we can make plans all day long, right? But the big man upstairs, right? God is up there. He's just sitting there and laughing at whatever plans you're making, because he knows he knows where you need to be at the right time, right? Doing whatever is, like, it's ultimately, we make plans and life happens, right? We make plans and life happens, and life happens for a reason. Okay, I just always like to say, God's time is the best, right? That's my belief. Not everybody has to subscribe to that. I'm just telling you how I think, right? Now, so am I satisfied or happy with where I am right now? Not quite. However, am I sad about it? Am I beat up? Am I am I upset? Does it cause me to feel down? Now, if you feel that way, right? If you feel that way, let me tell you some of the things that make some of the things that help me deal with the fact that I'm not satisfied with where I am. For starters, there's got to be something that you're working towards, right? Like, the one thing that keeps me going right now is hope, right? The hope for a better future. Now, don't misunderstand me, right? Hope on its own is not a strategy. Hope on its own is not a plan, right? You've actually got to have strategic things in place, strategic plans and milestones and goals and things that you want to hit, and ways that you are actually working towards them, all right? So when I say hope, like, one of the things that keeps me going is hope, right? Well, what I mean specifically by that is the fact that I know that I'm on the verge of, I'm on the verge of hitting some of the goals that I've always wanted to hit, right? Even if I'm not there right now, I know, I have this conviction, like, I know, like, it's more than just belief, like, I know it's just a matter of when, not if, right? It's a matter of, like, because if you do what you're supposed to do and do the work you're supposed to do, like, it's almost impossible for things to not work out the way they're supposed to work out, right? That's as long as you're genuinely doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, it's a different story if you're just just messing around and doing what they call busy work, so to speak, right? Stuff that doesn't actually move the needle. If you do the work that you're supposed to do the stuff that is supposed to make the needle move, and you're consistent at it and you're beating at it, it just cannot not happen, right? What if I even said that right? I don't know. But anyway, I think you get the point I'm trying to make. So this is my suggestion to you. Like, if you're one of those people, if you happen to feel sad, or you happen to feel maybe even a little depressed or so, and especially if that sadness or depression is stemming from the fact that you're not happy with where you are right now in life, right? One of the things that I would highly suggest, right? One of the things I would highly suggest, especially if you feel stuck. Let's just say you're at a 9-to-5 job, or you're on a salary, or whatever the case may be, right? If you're on a fixed income, right? Fixed amount of money coming in, and you want to get ahead, and you might be getting ahead, but just maybe not as quickly and at the pace that you would like. Well, one of the things that you probably need to do is start adding to what you're doing, right? Pick up an extra side hustle. I understand. I know it's hard, right? I know it's hard. It's not an easy thing, right? But here's the thing: anything that's worth having in life typically does not come easy, right? So you need to have something else, right? You need to have something else that you are actually that's helping you work towards whatever it is that you want, right? That is what will give you that encouragement, right? Despite how hard it might be, right? You know that if you put in that work and you put in those extra hours, or you pick up that little extra side job, whatever it is, it will help you move more quickly towards whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, right? Now, if you go the online business route, like for example, you know, whatever it is, starting some kind of online business, side hustle, and all that type of stuff, that has been proven to show that you can really make a significant difference in your life, well, that will give you that aspiration, that feeling of hope, and knowing that things are going to get better even more, right? As long as you're doing, like I said, I can't stress this enough, right? This is not some type of pie in the sky type thing. You actually have to put in the work, okay? And if you can see things happening, right, you start doing the work and you can see changes, you see things that you know that things are moving, things are getting better. It's only a matter of time before things click, right? Before you get that breakthrough, as they call it, so to speak, right? So that's just that is just what that's just what I would encourage you to do. Now, that's that was basically the precise that was basically the answer that I gave, right? Like I was like, I'm happy now. What is it that, you know, even if I'm not where I want to be, what's making me happy, right? What keeps me going? It's the fact that I know that there's something so much better, like there's more just around the corner, right? With everything that I do, with all my, you know, my online business and all that type of stuff, right? That is what encourages me to keep going, right? And keep pushing and keep you know, keep working towards it, because I know that there's something major, something great on the other side, right? Even if I can't see it right now, I know it's there, right? And this may seem even crazier to the people who don't understand what we do online as you know, as online entrepreneurs, or, you know, doing any kind of online business, right? So that's my thing. That's just what I would like. And whatever it is that you're doing, it doesn't have to be an online business, right? It doesn't have to be like, just pick up something new, something different that is going to help you advance, right? That is going to help you advance, become a better person, make more money, whatever it is, right? Pick up that extra, you know, you know, those extra shifts, or that extra, you know, the side hustle, whatever. And that money that you make is not money to just spend, right? It's not money to spend. It's money that you should be putting towards whatever it is that you saw as your goal, or wherever you need it to be, okay? So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. If you have any suggestions, comments, or questions, put them in the comment section below. If you have any tips of your own, some of the things that you do that make you you know, that uplift you, right? And you know, let us all know in the comments, right? All right, this is not just me, like anybody else that's watching, anybody else that looks at, you know, people look at the comments, right? So there, if you have something, put it out there. You have no clue who you could be helping, right? So that's that. Anyway, like I mentioned, questions, comments, suggestions, put them down there. If you'd like to get involved with, you know, starting some kind of online business, right? And you'd be interested in doing what I do, for instance, which is, you know, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, I would highly encourage you to check out the first link in the description below this video, right? I believe actually that'll be the one and only link in the description below this video. It will give you a good foundation to getting started with digital marketing, and promote you know, how to go about setting up you know, setting up your business to start making money. All right, thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next video. Ciao.